Look at the size of this rock. Oh, what a win! This is a WPL C24-1 mini crawler. My first crawler ever. Historically, I've always been a basher by nature, but recently I've become more and more interested in crawling. So in this video, we are going to review our very first crawler. This WPL does come with a bag of trim pieces that you can put on and stickers as well to make it look extra realistic and extra cool. We're going to see how it does on the first ever Rec RC indoor crawler course. If this little RC can complete this course with no hands of God, I'll feel really confident when we take it out into the real world. We actually have a really good naturally occurring sort of crawler area. We'll see how it does there. But first, we'll start here and go over the wooden arch, down to the rocky thing, the old broken down car, then onto Mickey Mouse, a tire with a rock and a low-C obstacle. I'm not very creative with names. And then onto the incline with a few obstacles in the way. I don't know what degree of incline that is, but it's actually pretty steep. Then onto the workbench, over the obstacle that looks like a really old video projector, and across the line. All right, it's time to see what this little guy's got. And I love the headlights because they're not super duper white. They've got that perfect amount of yellow like you would see on headlights from the early 2000s on back. So I love that they're not crazy bright white. Up the wooden arch, no problem, nothing to it. Oh, the tire's easy, like they weren't even there. Now this could be tricky, you gotta hit this just right. Oh no, don't fall. Oh, what a win. Now onto the old broke down car. Oh, like it's not even there. Mickey Mouse, easy peasy. Now this could be a little tricky. All right, over the low seat. 18-point turn. Now let's see how it handles the incline. No issue whatsoever. This thing's pretty impressive, guys. Oh no, we're stuck. Okay, we gotta hit this at an angle. Yes, easy peasy. You know, for a first crawler, I can see why channels like Tom Lee RC speak so highly of these WPLs. Let's take it out to the real world and see what it's like out there. The tires on this, the stock tires, are a little bit on the hard side. If I were to change anything right offhand with my first impression of this RC, it would be slightly softer tires, but not bad. I'm not going to complain for the price especially. Now here's a pretty steep little edge here. Let's see how it does on this. Oh wow, right up. If you look at the scale size of that, that's an impressive climb, especially for such a cheap RC. Really impressed. I understand. Oh man, it did it again. Look at all the drivetrain action. I can't believe how cheap this RC was and how cool it really is. And I love that the power button's right there, easy to access. The battery tray is actually under here, what would normally be the toolbox on the back of a truck. I think that's just really cool. What a clever place to put a battery tray. Oh yeah, just hit that right angle and it goes right over. Oh, this little lawn ornament's gonna be in the way. Who am I gonna tip? Let's take it nice and slow. Oh, okay, we didn't tip. Put that at an angle. Don't you tip, don't you tip. All right. Oh my God, this little crawler is so cool. For how small it is, not everything in the RC world has to be done at 50, 60, 100 miles per hour. If it gets over these leaves, I'll be majorly impressed because these leaves will even hang up my Sentin. You're kidding me. Oh, come on. This thing's great. To give you guys an idea of how deep these leaves are, I wear a size 13 shoe. Oh my God, there's tons and tons of bugs in there. Never mind. Look at all those bugs. I almost stuck my foot in those. Speed test. Not bad, not bad. It's a crawler, so I'd say that was somewhere between the speed of smell and grass growing. But it's a crawler, what do you expect? Oh, now that's pretty steep. Look at that compared to the height of the crawler. Let's see if we can make it up. Give it the beans. Hit it at an angle. Oh, we had it, we got it, all right. Now by this point, some of you may be thinking, why did you buy a $50 WPL crawler in a world where the Traxxas TRX4 exists? and Axial exists. Other top crawler brands exist. Well, the reason is simple. I'm very new to crawling. I didn't want to go out and spend several $100s on a crawler when I'm not going to be very good at driving a crawler starting out. I'm going to end up beating up a really expensive crawler. So I figured it best to get a cheap crawler that's upgradable, that has part support that I can practice with, and then graduate to something larger as my skill level increases. But if these things are as upgradable as I'm told they are, I'll probably stick with this crawler for a good while until I just really want something larger, until my ambitions exceed the size of this crawler. A little bit of a leaf ramp gonna help us here. Yeah, we made it, all right. Oh, guys, look at the size of this rock compared to the size of the WPL. Oh, no problem. I love this thing. Every time it makes an obstacle, it feels like I won something. When you see an obstacle it doesn't look like you should be able to make and you figure it out, it is kind of a triumphant feeling you get from that. So if you're even thinking about a WPL crawler and you're wondering to yourself, well, $50 RC, is it really worth it? Yeah, that's cheap, but is it worth it? Well, I would say yes, it most certainly is worth it. It's a fantastic RC. I can't believe the capabilities of this thing. Let's see if I can get it back onto the wheels. Can we get onto the wheels? Can we get onto the wheels? Oh my God. Oh, dude, that was awesome. Good job, little WPL. And you picked up a load of lumber while you're at it. Very tiny lumber. In short, this truck is very well worth the $50 or so I spent on it, especially considering how upgradable it is, how capable it is out of the box. I would have never expected this. Fully proportional controls. Yes, the radio is very weird and cheap and tiny, but you gotta skimp somewhere, and if you're gonna skimp anywhere, I'd say do it on a radio. You don't need 400-meter range with a crawler. Oh, can we get back onto the wheels again? Can we do it? Can we do it? Oh, we can do it! Yep, crawlers are awesome. Now, not only am I a short course guy and a drag race guy, but I'm a crawler guy now too. Pretty soon I'm gonna be an airplane guy, I think. And that's when Rec RC is really gonna become Rec RC. And crawling is really a lot of fun. I'd say it's the RC equivalent of golf. Probably a bit more fun to participate in than to watch, but some people, like myself, really like to watch crawling. I find it somewhat mesmerizing. I think it's really neat to watch somebody negotiate an obstacle, fail at it a few times, and then figure it out with any size crawler. And they're so scale and they're so realistic looking that the size almost doesn't matter as long as the obstacles are to scale. That little 500 milliamp hour lithium ion battery in there is doing all right too. We've been at it for a little while, and I have not been very nice to this thing. And I haven't filmed everything I've been doing. I'm gonna just glide right over those leaves. I could get a 10 scale stuck in those leaves as soon as it gets hung up. This has just enough weight down low to stay upright, but it's overall just lightweight enough not to sink into the leaves. WPL C24-1, what a neat little RC. My very first crawler ever. Really happy I decided to go with this one. It's so cheap. You can get the crawler experience with it. That drivetrain action alone makes this more realistic than any RC I've ever had on the channel, and this is only like a $50 RC. Next time we break out this car, we'll actually put on all the trim pieces and all the stickers and make it look really cool and awesome. We kind of ran out of daylight. And you'll definitely be seeing more of this truck because we are going to do some severe upgrades. I've fallen in love with crawlers now because of this little truck and because of Tom Lee RC and Exo Cage. Watching those guys, Tom Lee got me to buy this just by watching his videos about it, and Exo Cage got me into the whole idea of starting to learn how to crawl myself. So thanks a lot, guys, even though there's almost zero cosmic chance you'll ever see this video. And with that, let me just say, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Remember, it's not about miles per hour, especially when you're driving a crawler. It's about smiles per mile. So have fun, and we'll see you in the next one.